I will now invite Beatrice Robinson to come forward and light our chalice and lead us in the affirmation of covenant, which you will find in your order of service. The fire exits are clearly marked. Love is the doctrine of this church.
The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humankind in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other.
Thank you, Beatrice.
Dr. Norbert Čapek created the Flower Communion service for the Unitarian Church that he founded in Prague in the Czech Republic and introduced it on June 4th, 1923. That is 101 years ago, next 2 months from now. The church was in its second year. Many members had left other, mainly Protestant religious traditions. Many of them, like Dr. Čapek himself, had been Baptists. Dr. Čapek felt the need for some symbols, for a symbolic ritual that would bind people more closely together. The traditional Christian communion service with bread and wine was unacceptable to the members of his congregation because of their strong reaction against the Catholic faith. So he turned to the native beauty of their countryside for elements of a communion that would be genuine to them. This simple service was the result. It was such a success that it was held annually in June to close the church year. The theology grounding Dr. Čapek's ritual is well expressed in his hymn, Color and Fragrance. Just as the physical universe evolves and produces new life, so in our inner lives and shared life, we grow and change. That, for him, was God's vision, the way the world is supposed to be, developing and growing. And we are meant to lean into, to live into that vision of openness to growth and change. In a prayer he wrote for the Flower Communion, Čapek wrote that God implants the seed, the future of the flower, and in our hearts, the longing for people to live in harmony. And God made the father and the mother, the sister and the brother, the lover and the loner, what they are. He spoke of a coming age of mutual respect and prayed, "Let us renew our resolution sincerely to be real brothers and sisters, regardless of any kind of bar which estranges us from each other." Dr. Čapek's wife, Maya, was ordained in 1926. She introduced the Flower Communion in the Unitarian Church in Cambridge, Massachusetts, during a tour of the United States in 1940. From this beginning, the service spread to many of our Unitarian Universalist congregations and has been adapted along the way. The Flower Communion was meant to celebrate the inherent beauty and diversity of human community. Just as no two flowers are alike, so no two people are alike. Just as ecosystems thrive on diversity, so do human communities. Each person contributes something beautiful to any community or gathering. We bring a flower to the ceremony and take a different flower from it to symbolize that beauty given and beauty received. Here are the words translated into English that Dr. Chapek wrote for the blessing of the flowers before the people exchanged them. Infinite Spirit of life, bless these flowers, your messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us that we, with all our diversity of ability and understanding, are one in our desire and devotion to love and justice. May they remind us of the value of doing and sharing alike in beloved community. May we cherish friendship as one of life's most precious gifts. May we remain aware of our diversity of ability and understanding and appreciate it rather than let another's talents discourage us or sour our relationships. May we realize that whatever we can do, great or small, all our efforts are needed to bring about love and justice in this world. Now we come to the tricky bit, the instructions for doing the flower communion. So I'm going to ask you, let me tell you first and then we'll do it, okay? I'm going to ask you to rise and exit your row to the sides and form two kind of arcs. They won't be lines, they'll be arcs, leaving a space in the front and in the back of the ceremony. I think we'll spread out enough that that will happen. And then when you're all lined up, the two people in the front will lead each arc through. You'll get your flower and you'll get a little cup of hibiscus tea. This is a wrinkle we're adding this year. And then the leaders will, as you come by, you get your flower, you get your tea, and follow the leader up the aisle and back around to where you started from. This should give you a short walk back to your seat. If you remember, making sure it's a short walk to the ark in the first place. Okay. And if all of that is too much walking for anybody, just ask your neighbor to bring back a flower and a cup of tea for you. And you can watch us all perform this miracle we're about to perform. So, please rise, form those two arcs. Wait till we get a line, an arc. Okay, I think we're close. Let's start. Up the center aisle and around. thank you for performing that miracle. It worked, but this side won.
So Monica sent these words for me to say. As we share this tea made of hibiscus and other flowers, and we remember that we too are flowers, beautiful individuals, but are all part of the same lovely garden, let us help each other to bloom to our fullest potential. To us.
Beatrice, I would invite you forward to extinguish our chalice. And we say our closing words. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings.
And may you treasure the beauty and meaning of the flowers.
Amen.